Hello, it's Fellonius the Wizard, and it's time for yet another yapping. I want to talk about these late middle-aged men who are complaining about everything, more or less everything at least, and sometimes I'm one of them. Of course I am. I thought that was just something that would happen to some people. But it doesn't. It happens to most of us, more or less. We are grumpy. There's even a similar version of it in Swedish, griniga gamla gubbar. And it's always those who think they have lived so long that they know how things should be. And there's always something to debate. You can hear them saying, oh, those were the days when, or it was much better back in those days, or this is not a traditional whatever. That's how they started. I mean, some are probably against electric cars. That's not a car. That's not how a car should be. Some are probably against petrol cars. That's not how to drive a petrol car. You shouldn't have those ones. They are not good. And so on. Now, complaining is part of the social network, so to speak. It is a way of trying to get together around one simple thing. Usually the weather. It's always easy to start with the weather. And I should also add that there are some grumpy old women out there, but they are not really grumpy about the same things. They're probably more grumpy about their grumpy old men not doing what they're supposed to be doing, emptying the dishwasher or whatever it is. So it's more about the ladies are grumpy about the men. Now, in my case, I haven't noticed it the same way. I mean, of course I know that I feel that Beatles is much better than whatever they are playing on the whatever they are playing it on today, because I don't know. I haven't heard much modern music, and when I do, I usually don't hear it. It sounds like elevator music or shopping music or whatever it is. It doesn't sound like something that I would call a hit song. Or is it just me? Because people are buying it, I think. They like it, I think. Otherwise it wouldn't buy it. So I guess it's just me being grumpy. That's not music. Now, my father was exactly the same. When I came and said that Beatles was the best thing, and this was late 70s, something like that, he just said, you can't dance to that. And he was referring then to the Glenn Miller Orchestra. Now, the Glenn Miller Orchestra is very nice music. I like that. But you can't just give the old man the right to say that Beatles are not good enough and that you can't dance to it. Now, of course, what we called dance back then was just shaking about, standing on same spot. So, of course, there's always this easy way of making the old man angry by telling him you can't dance to classical music either, not all of it, and then you get a slap in the face. Literally slap in the face. So he was grumpy, and I didn't notice that he was grumpy. I just saw him as someone who was opposing me or opposing ideas. But then when I started to get in the late Middle Ages myself, I started to realize, no, we just don't like it was before. And one of the reasons I have started to think about this is that I bought, this was 20 plus years ago, I bought some tracks for my model railway. And the new tracks from Märklin was in plastic. It's called C tracks. And I was used to the M tracks, or the other ones. No, K tracks. And when I bought them already then, 20 odd years ago, I was thinking, this is not the same thing, but okay, this is what we get nowadays. All right. And we played with it and we had fun with it. Now it turns up again, is in a totally different environment, and I still get that feeling of this is not the right type of track. So I started to rattle around with the old M tracks, and oh, this is real, this is how it should be, this is traditional. And then I watched YouTube videos and they are using the M track, and I was, yes, that's a good guy, I like him. It's like if you are developing anything, you are automatically making a new topic for a grumpy old man. Now, I haven't met many of them, and if I do, we just tend to agree with each other. It's the easiest way. But remember this: once in a lifetime you probably end up being one of yourself. So there's no need to be complaining about grumpy old men. Thanks for listening. Bye.